Hey guys, B Jeff here. In the vape layer, what have you. A little while back I asked people, you know, I said I do not want to do juice reviews anymore, especially now that I DIY, and the result was then do DIY videos. Do simple videos showing people step by step how to do DIY. I totally understand that because it does seem like a big step in your vaping. And we want to move you to the next step in vaping, and that is DIY. That being said, you want to use safety when you DIY, even for yourself. If you have nicotine, it's got to be kept in a safe place, away from children or small pets or what have you. You want to wash your hands before you start and have a clean area to do it. You want to keep a rag close by in case there are any spills, okay? And these are things that are just for you if you DIY. First thing you're going to need, measuring device. My measuring device that I like to use, I use two things: 5 ml syringes and 3 ml syringes. The reason that I use the 3 ml syringes is I can stick them right inside the bottle and suck out exactly what I need. Buy a whole box of these, folks. You can buy them at Amazon.com or eBay. Buy a whole box. Throw them out. No sense in worrying about it. I do keep my 5 ml, and I take boiling water and plunger it through there a few times, but I also have to put tape over top of the numbers so that I can see the measurements, so that it stays good. But yeah, with the 3 mils, I just throw them out. Alright, so you've got your measuring devices. You are going to need an empty bottle. Most of us vape, we have empty bottles. You can boil them and clean them out and get the flavoring right out of there. Not a problem at all. And that's what you'll need to do. If not, you can buy bottles like those online. Second thing you're going to need is flavoring. Flavoring, I'm a TPA guy, the Perfumer's Apprentice. I like, can't say it, TPA. I'll have the websites where you get all this stuff down underneath and what you'll need. This is raspberry, okay folks? Good stuff. Well, actually I wouldn't know, I've never done it before, raspberry. That's why I bought it. This is Sucralose from goodprofits.com. I like that they sell it in 30 mils and it's really affordable. So you will want to pick up that. Now that is sweetener. I use about 10 to 12 drops depending on what 30 mil I'm doing, what kind of flavoring, what have you. This is liquid sweetener. It's no calorie. There are other types of sweeteners out there, like ethyl maltol. A lot of the older DIYers use that, and cotton candy mixed with distilled water. To each his own. We're going to use Sucralose. It's a nice, fast way of DIYing for me, and we're going to keep it simple. Nicotine. RTS Vapes. Fairly reputable place. I pick up my 100 mils of my 120. I take 60 mils of VG, split it in 2 containers, add the 120, which is 60 each, and you've got 50 milligram to work with. I like working with 50 milligram. I feel that it's safer than 100 per se, and it's easier to work with. Vegetable glycerin. This is the stuff that creates the vapor when it's heated. You want to buy vegetable glycerin probably online from an actual place that sells DIY supplies like RTS Vapes. Just because you want to make sure that it's perfectly safe to vape. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is go wash my hands, and then we'll come back and we'll get started on working on one flavor juice. Just, that's all. One flavor juice in a 30 ml. Once you can do that, we'll move on to other things in the other series. But I'll explain all kinds of different things through the series about DIY. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay guys, for this part I've typed into Google e-juice recipe calculator. I'm going to click on that, and the e-juice will come up. I'll move the picture for you. There we go. Adjust this a little bit. Alright, now we've already established that I'm working with 50 milligram VG. I'm going to, and here's what you would do. To change this, you just put the mouse in there and change it to whatever you want. So let's do 12 nicotine. And we're working with 30 milligrams. That's what we want to create. It's this simple. And we'll use 20% flavoring. Now if you look down here, as soon as you click on the mouse, it puts all the calculations together for you. You will need 7.2 milligrams of nicotine. That's either VG based or PG based, depending on what you buy. You will need 16.8 PG or VG without nicotine. Okay, 0 water because we're not adding water, and 6 milligrams of just flavorings. The thing is, if you base your calculations the same, a lot of times for these simple juices, these are the same. So if you're a 12 milligram vapor and you're working with a 30 ml bottle, you're always going to be at 7.2 milliliters of nicotine. So it's just something to point out. This is easy to find online, and it's a great tool. I've used it all the time when I was making up my own recipes and figuring out what I needed. Now most of my recipes are written down, so I don't need it as much. You can find great recipes online on different forums and stuff like that. I'm actually going to try and post up recipes on the end of each video so that you guys can try different e-juice videos, recipes, sorry. Alright, so we're going to switch cam shots, and okay guys, back, hands are washed, and we'll get down to some DIY. Let me aim the camera down a little bit here. Don't mind the mess, people. Like I said, have a clean rag ready. In case anything spills, you can wipe it up fast. And let's get down to this. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the nicotine. Now the reason I add the nicotine first is because on a 30 mil 7.2 better be 7.2, and pretty much all the time it's, you know, if you mess up on anything, do mess up on the flavoring, not the nicotine. So alright, so where's my nic? Okay, and if you notice, I'm using a different bottle. This is crystal clear nicotine. It's 50 mils because I broke it up already. So now if you ever do get any of this on yourself at 50 milligrams, all you do, wipe it up, go wash off. Don't worry about it. It's not an emergency. Just if you spill a whole bottle on yourself, go hop in the shower, and also you get dumbass points. Alright, so I've got exactly 3 mils in here right now. I'm going to put this close to this and squeeze the 3 mils in there. I don't like these small neck bottles for DIY, just so you know. I've already had issues with them backing up, and that's why sometimes I like to use pipettes, because you can stick them right down the neck of the bottle. And there's a little bit of dripping that's going onto my rag right now, and the reason for that is I stuck the whole syringe in there, and that's why you keep a rag right here. You can throw it in the laundry and you're good. Alright, so we've got our 3 in there, and we'll need 3 more. And exactly 3. Patience is a virtue with this. If you squeeze too much, you'll back up the bottle and make a mess. So 3 and 3 is 6. We'll need 1.2 milligrams more. I've got 1.5 sucked up. Take it down to 1.2. And by the way, people, I do not sell e-juice, nor do I claim to be a professional. This is just what I do at the house here to make myself e-juice. And hopefully, with a little bit of courage, you'll be making your own. And if you have to watch this video several times to do so, I'm okay with that. Alright, so first syringe down, 7.2. You've already got your nicotine in there. Cap this, set it aside. What I do is I put things on one side of the table, and as I'm going through them, I set them to the other side so that I know I've already done that. Next, we're going to do flavoring. New syringe. And looking at the flavoring, it says 6 mils, which is really simple with a 3 mil. Oh, brand new bottle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is strong. Let's do 6 mils. I didn't say you'd have to like this recipe. I'm trying it for a first myself. But I really wanted, I bought this raspberry and I really wanted to try it out. Okay, I've got 3 mils in here. And this is PG flavoring, so it's not like 100% VG juice that is going to be not able to be absorbed in certain devices. At 6 mils, it lightens up the VG a lot, but you'll still get great vapor production. So, okay, one more 3 mil. And got an air bubble in there, so I go a little bit past the 3 mils. Okay, now you've already got your flavoring in, you've already got your nicotine in. What's left? VG and your sweetener. Let me throw these in the garbage. Gotta change that garbage. I know there's gonna be people, why don't you change your garbage? Why don't you leave me alone? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, since it's a fruit flavor, some of my buddies now with their fruit flavors are not adding any sweetener. I still do. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm actually gonna add 9 drops to start. And that's just because I don't know what this flavoring's really like. 20% is a ballpark that I use with first times on fruit flavors. Alright, so now all I have to do is add, it is 16.8 of the VG. I'm going to add that right now, and we'll shake this up, and I'll come back later and we'll vape it and see how it is. So let me get to that. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna lie, people. The reason I stopped the film is I use the 5 mil for the VG, and I always do the VG last. And to be honest with you, it's because I make a mess on the VG on the side of the bottle. But all right, I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna make a mess, do it on the VG. It's the most harmless thing. So alright, so everything's been used. We have our first DIY recipe. I'm going to cap this off, shake it, I'll vape it later, and we'll talk about it. Alright, thanks. Alright guys, I'm just blowing the primer out of a brand new 306. Huh. Lots of wicking in there. Alright. and we're going to taste this juice. Usually, here's the way it goes. If a juice tastes good or decent, it can get a little bit better. If it sucks, it's probably still going to suck in a month. So I have never made, ooh, it smells a lot better in here. Never made a raspberry juice before. Six drops on a 306, 1.7 ohms to start at 4.5 volts. Give it a second, let it breathe. Wow. Guys, you're not going to be disappointed. It's raspberry. It's simple. Watch this video several times. Get the stuff you need to make this juice, and then you've made your first juice. It's that simple. I'm going to come out with a bunch more videos, and as we go along, they'll get more complex. So if you have any friends that, you know, are watching the videos and they're like, wow, that's too crazy down the line, show them where the first one is. Okay, that went really, really well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a recipe from my friend Corey Rutan over in Canada, Dark Side Vapor. He's got a show at TVN. He does DIY and leaves a recipe every week on his shows. So he has given me permission to post up his recipes. So at the end of every video, guys, look at the end and you'll see that recipe. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Vape on and vape hard. I will be.